It's a typical fall day here in Kawartha as the 2009 NASCAR Canadian Tire Series gets ready to roll once again here at the Z-Line Designs 250. Your 2009 soon-to-be champion leads the field as we restart here for the second time on lap 46.
To the gearbox. Beauchamp horsepower on the outside. Can he keep that old Dodge wound up down the backstretch? Let's have a look. Here we go. Side by side. Look at that Dodge Thunder down the backstretch.
And Beauchamp stuck it coming out the corner, and he'll make that pass work and lead once again here. 203 laps to go. Still a lot of racing left here in the Z-Line Designs 250, but we've got caution once again. Melee up in turn number 4. Donald Chisholm from Antigonish, Nova Scotia, stopped on the Speedway. The 95 of Anthony Simoni was slow. Those two had been racing together for a number of laps on the track. And we'll see what happened.
Coming up the speed off of turn 4. The 18 of Newton gets turned around off the front of the 95. The 98 of Chisholm has to check up. He's lucky he didn't hit anything.
Dave Whitlock got into somebody as well, but Simoni on pit lane in the Crown Modular Monte Carlo.
Julio and the crew working on that right front, making repairs after contact with the 18.
Yeah, but actually, Simoni will be held because he pulled up to pits. You're not allowed to pass cars going into pit lane. He passed cars and did just that, so he will be held on pit lane by NASCAR.
Well, that's right, Dave. You must hold position until you get the pit road entrance, and then you have to maintain pit road speed.
Getting set for restart number 3. The Dodge Pace Truck has already peeled off. We're on lap 54, and Ron Beauchamp's number 60 Mopar Dodge leads the way.
Up through the gearbox one more time. This time it's the 27 on the high side. See if he can keep it wound up. But them Dodges have some real good torque underneath the hood. Side by side, pretty even down the backstretch.
DJ Kennington restarting in 3rd spot there in the green 17, chasing this blue 60 of Ron Beauchamp. And that's the problem with the 60. Beauchamp just gets a little bit loose on the inside, coming off the 4 and big time loose. And around goes the 84 of J.R. Fitzpatrick in turn number 1. The Schick Chevy looking the wrong way.
Well, not a good start for 84 J.R. Fitzpatrick. He only come here with one mission, and that was to win the race.
And he stops on the track, too. That will draw the caution, and NASCAR won't like that for sure. He did have the motor running, and he was able to move, but he stopped drawing the caution to avoid going a lap down, losing all that track. And NASCAR will definitely take a look at that.
Well, he just gets into the corner. Let's have a look. Car gets over on the right rear, gets a little bit too loose. He does a whale of a job keeping it off the fence, and around she goes up in smoke.
So pit stop time for a number of the front runners. Todd's in the BDI pits.
Interesting call from the 02 team of Kerry Mix guys. They think they can now go the distance on fuel. Team's going to make the stop, change the tires. They've done a handling adjustment. It'll be interesting to see if he can go the rest of the way.
The final installment of the 2009 NASCAR Canadian Tire Series presented by Mobil 1. Ron Beauchamp Jr. swapped the lead back and forth as we get set to go back to green here on lap number 63 of the Z-Line Designs 250.
Wow, back up through the gearbox. Ron Beauchamp Jr. on the high side. Now, back to what happened earlier. Ronnie Beauchamp, when he's pinching that car off the corner, the Dodge makes so much torque and horsepower, it just hazes the tires up off the corner. When you run the high groove, what that does, it a little stronger radius, and he gets a better drive off the corner. But he still didn't beat the 27 in the line that time.
Change in the top 4. The home hardware Chevy of Don Thompson Jr. joins the battle as he tucks in behind the 17 of DJ Kennington.
Wow, second place and battling for second place in the points.
DJ Kennington to the inside of Ron Beauchamp Jr. These two have raced together for many, many years and have had an on-track rivalry, a friendly one, but they've been at each other for a number of years here in the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series as they duke it out here in Kawartha.
Well, it's kind of ironic. Their friendship is also the Mopar brand. DJ's dad been a Dodge guy his whole years in racing, and Ron Beauchamp Sr. knows nothing but Dodge. He'll fix a Chevrolet and a Ford, but there's only one God, and that's Mopar.
And there are a couple of Mopars battling side by side. The number 9, Mark Dilley, to the high side, and the 12 of John Gunn as they chase that lead group.
The spotter telling me he's clear. Did you see the 9 of Dilley get a drive down the front stretch there? He launched that thing off of turn 4.
And he cleared John Gunn by about 3 car lengths going into corner number 1 as we ride on board with Scott Steckley.
a little bit of moisture on the windows. Some of these crew chiefs and drivers could be looking at racing to the halfway point.
Yeah, we have to get to the halfway mark for this race to be called official as Cale Gale and the 77 of Derek Lynch battle side by side, but Lynch not hanging in that battle very long. It looks like that Dodge is sliding back on the high side.
Well, it looks like the 77's got a problem for sure, a sway bar problem, maybe even a tire starting to go down on the 77 of Derek Lynch.
Jason White in the 21, one of those drivers who has made a pit stop. He is in 15th position, having a decent run here at Kawartha. He was excited to come back to a track he's been at before and looking to have a good run today.
There's the Dickies Dodge of Dave Whitlock. That is 8th spot for Dave's final start here in the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series.
Having a pretty good run, a little bit of body damage. The right front fender torn up a little bit on the Dickies Dodge as Whitlock goes past the high-tech drilling number 12 of John Gott. 11th spot belongs to Jason Hathaway in the Vortex brake pad. Snap-on tools number 3. There's Cale Gale having a pretty good run in the Reams Chevy after making that early stop.
And we got the 77 of Derek Lynch on pit road to attention of his crew.
Looks like right side tires going on that Dodge Avenger, so possibly a flat the reason why he was sliding back.
Don Thompson Jr. closing right in on the back door of the 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. Donnie, after all that testing he did here a couple weeks ago, he's ready to rock.
That car is absolutely flying, and believe it or not, that's the same car that he won in at Barrie Speedway. Two totally different tracks. Barrie, of course, a very tight 1/3 mile trioval. Kawartha, a much bigger speedway, and Thompson seems to be making it work.
Well, there are some similarities because you carry a lot of speed into the corners here. Oh, we got the 97 of Vanini around backwards.
Hugo Vanini will draw the caution. He stays out of the mud pit. That's good news for him. You can see him trying to stay on the blacktop as Vanini will rejoin at the tail of the pack, but caution flag is out once again, and Vanini gets the Ford Fusion righted.
And DJ Kennington, the 17 Mahindra Castrol Dodge, is on pit road.
So it looks like going to be adjustments and some fuel for the 17 of DJ Kennington as the 39 of Dave Whitlock also down pit lane in the Dickies Dodge to the attention of Razor McGaughey as he goes to work making adjustments on the 39 of Whitlock. There is your leader and the champion in waiting, Andrew Ranger. He's at the head of the field.